Hey, John Zorchi's here, and to go on another self-journey, one must first be like a little baby, ready to go on one's first steps. I'm a little baby. Are you a little baby? And what do babies do? They expect the unexpected. Meow. Welcome back to DiViNiTY Seekers. John Zorch is here, and I just published this article on Medium a little while ago. It's called My Secret Joy, The Wonderful World of Astrology. And I'm just getting around to turning it into a video, and I had a few typos that I was fixing back and forth, but it looks like I got one clap already over here. That's pretty cool. So let's get started here and see what I have to say. This is about a 5-minute read, so it's going to take about, maybe with commentary, 6 or 7 minutes to complete. Here we go.
My secret joy, the wonderful world of astrology. What brings me great joy is the world of astrology. With astrology, I know the divine has got my back. Astrology is one of the ways the divine communicates with us. If we do not know the language of astrology, we fail to understand what the divine is trying to tell us every day. Astrology is a secret language the divine uses to communicate with his beloved fellow man. I am accredited in astrology and know how to read natal charts. Astrology has told me so much about who I am and how I tick. It's my secret weapon to knowing myself a whole lot better than before. For instance, today we are in Libra season. I was born in Virgo season, so I recently had my birthday. Libra season comes right after the equinox. The world, northern hemisphere, is getting ready for winter. Libra is ruled by Venus, which symbolizes our desires, beauty, money, relationships, and justice. The sun falls in Libra, begins to lose its power. This is why relationships are so important. How else but with relationships are we to survive the winter? Libra's symbol is the scales. Things get judged in Libra season. Will things survive the upcoming winter? Do we need to change our ways? Do we need to protect our investments? Venus is also about what we value. Libra season is the time when we reevaluate our values. What truly is important to us? What can we disregard, eliminate, or purchase? Astrology is based on the seasons, and I have a poem called Perfect Circle, where I say, if it wasn't for the summer coming right after spring, we would just fall into winter again. And this is the circle which always prevails. From April's showers until August hails. This poem was written when I was a teenager. I knew nothing about astrology back then. Now, as an astrologer, I know astrology is cyclical and is based on the seasons. Our astrological system in the West is known as tropical astrology, because it's based on the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. My vast knowledge of astrology, which I have accumulated over the past 10 years, have made me the astrologer I am today. Last spring, I briefly wrote about astrology in my The Know Thyself Journey newsletter, Day 5. The following is an excerpt from my newsletter. Welcome back, DiViNiTY Seekers. After numerology, the divine then introduced me to the world of astrology, and how it applies to all of our lives as well. With astrology, I discovered I was a triple Virgo with a 7-planet stellium. In my Virgo first house of identity, personality, and self-expression. Here is my natal chart.
Okay, here we go. This is my natal chart in whole signs. It's quite an unusual chart. You can see here there's a cluster of 7 planets, and also the part of fortune too. We got the sun, the moon, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Pluto, and Uranus. And they were all there when I was born, man. And the South Node was here. South Node you can't see. It's just a numerological point that they created. And the North Node's here. And the North Node's supposed to be what you're supposed to be aiming for in this life. and I'm supposed to become an Aryan, like an Aries. And Aries people are impulsive. Aries people are leaders. Aries people take the lead. They don't follow anybody. They don't take shit from anybody. It's just like me, you know? So that's that. And I also have the wounded healer, and I have a wound in my my Aries nature, my impulsiveness, and that's why I have the stellium to overcome the wound. And then I got Saturn there too, and Saturn is also restricting my impulsive nature, restricting my leadership, restricting my trailblazing ability. It teaches me lessons here, Saturn. We got Mars in the 12th house, which is hidden and subconscious. So my actions are subconscious. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, not saying, because saying is about Mercury, but I don't know what I'm doing most of the time because my actions are hidden, and I have to be really important. And also, the 12th house is the spiritual house. So basically, the 12th house is the spiritual house, and it being in Leo, Leo is about the star of the show. So that's why I'm so gung-ho about my spirituality and my love for the divine, because I got Mars and Leo in the 12th house. And then we got Neptune, which is a higher octave of Venus. Neptune is what I like to call compassion. Okay, it could be spirituality, it could be dreaminess, and this is the third house of long distance, short distance travel, publishing, stuff like that. And I got a book out. I got another 2 books that I'm working on right now. One of them I just got back from my editor. The other one I gave to my editor about a week or 2 ago. And compassion, basically, and this is also for siblings, like my sister, brothers, stuff like that. I have a sister. So basically, with Neptune being here, this basically means I have to have compassion for my sister. And also for short distance travel, like going to the 7-Eleven, gas station, stuff like that, I have to have compassion over there. And I also was an Uber driver for 7 years, and I had 16,000 rides with my Uber, and my rating was 4.99. And the reason my rating was so high was because I had compassion for all my... Because third house is about driving too, because naturally Gemini rules this house. Gemini, Taurus, Aries, but I'm a Virgo rising. So you can learn so much about yourself in astrology. It's beautifully disgusting. And let's just get back to the article here.
With astrology, I discovered I may use my personality to earn money by using my powerful identity and expression, because my modern 2nd, 6th, and 10th house lords, which are the houses which rule career and work, are all in my 1st house, the house of identity and personality. Because the element of my 2nd...
Okay, it says here, my modern 2nd, 6th, and 10th house rulers. 2nd is Libra. And Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is right here in my 1st house. Then comes 6th house. 6th house is ruled by Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and also Saturn, and my Uranus is over here in my 1st house. And 10th house is Gemini, is ruled by Mercury, which is in my 1st house. So you can see when I said this, it's all in my 1st house of identity and personality. All right, here we go.
2nd, 3rd, and 10th house career and work houses is air. It is said I may have work which will gravitate around the physical world, be intellectual, and build relationships with other people to make my money. Libra is on my 2nd house cusp, cardinal air of talents, resources, and personal values. This makes me fair-minded, diplomatic, cooperative. Having Aquarius on my 6th house cusp, fixed air, will bring unconventional work with a changing routine as well as communicating. With the masses, Aquarius rules the public, many people, not the same work environment every day, such as being an outside salesperson, knocking on about 100 doors of homes a day, a property manager, flexible schedule. as well as being an Uber driver, driving all over the place, and possibly meeting dozens of new people in a day. Having Gemini on the 10th house cusp mutable air makes me most likely to have 2 or more jobs. I've been a property manager since 1990 for over 33 years, as well as having some other sort of sales job, as well as being an Uber driver for over 7 years.
Yeah, basically this 10th house cusp here, usually when you have, Virgo's rising have this. So usually when you have a Virgo rising and you have a 10th house cusp, Gemini is the twins. That's why there's more than one job. That's why I always had the property management job for like 34 years. And then I always had the other sales jobs after that. And now I've got my YouTube channel. I'm an author. I have a Redbubble store. I write for Medium, the articles for Medium. So I have multiple stuff that I do now too. And I no longer drive Uber anymore. I basically stopped doing that. I guess I quit. Here we go.
7 years. Gemini and Virgo, my first house cusp, are both ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the ruler of speech, communication, thoughts, thinking, words, and writing. Anything which has to do with words is ruled by Mercury, and my Mercury is in the best place it can be in my first house of Virgo. This makes me an excellent communicator. As one can see, astrology has a lot of information about one's true nature and how one ticks. The position of the sun tells one about one's conscious self. The position of the moon tells one about our unconscious self. Here's a chart which puts in a better perspective. Sun, one's conscious self. Moon, one's subconscious self. Mercury, one's communication. Venus, one's desires. Mars, one's actions. Jupiter, one's expansion. Saturn, one's constriction. Uranus, one's originality, higher octave of Mercury. Neptune, one's compassion, higher octave of Venus. Pluto, one's transformations, higher octave of Mars. The next elements are the 12 different zodiac signs, as well as the 12 different houses, areas of life. There is a lot baked into one's natal chart. Lucky for you, I'm an accredited astrologer who can put together one's chart and explain it with ease. Astrology is one of the best ways to know thyself. Once a reading is done, your know thyself journey will be set in motion, and I will send you links so you will be able to view it at any time. With the knowledge you will gain, you will be able to research any part of your chart at your leisure. Going on a know thyself journey must not be rushed. When the time is right, you can always reach out to me or another astrologer to get your natal chart reading. To get a natal chart reading with me, click the link below. Peace and Justice, John Sortsis, a DiViNiTY seeker. Restoring your...
All right, so here we are. If you want to sign up the book, a reading, it's right here. It'll be in the link below. My website's restoringyourworldtoparadise.com. My YouTube channel is the Know Thyself Journey. And if somebody wants to book a reading with me, you know, when the time's right, if you think you want to do it, I'll do it for you, male or female, doesn't matter to me. I'll do anybody. I'll read anybody if you want. I'm pretty decent, and I've had dozens and dozens of people that love my readings. I've had somebody say, I had a girl once say, she said, "John, you know me better than all my friends do." That's what she said to me. I took that as a good compliment. All right, so happy, joy, and I'll talk to y'all later to catch you on the flip side. Have a desire to know thyself more? Book a transformational session with me, and you could book an astrology session, a numerology session, human design, and more. Check out the links below and do a one-on-one transformational session with me, John Sortsis. Looking forward to seeing you.